Hey guys, just seeing if this TicTok thing works here, guys. So if you guys can see and hear me, let me know on TikTok, because I have no idea. Hello, Kat. How's it going? And let me see if I can't get YouTube going too. Let's see. What's today's date? 19th. Yep. All right. Wow, you guys can see and hear my screen on TikTok. I'm using their TikTok studio now, so that's kind of cool. Kind of neat. I don't know how it looks on TikTok, but I can. I don't have it pointed at me right now, but I think I can. I just haven't figured out how to get the camera to go on both TikTok and YouTube at the same time. But yeah, I've got, well, it only shows through a little bit, but as to studio, I'm hoping I'm able to navigate this a whole lot easier this way. Thank you guys for your subscriptions to TikTok and tapping of the screen and all that good stuff. Hello, YouTube. How are you guys doing? Thank you for the thumbs up. Any of those classes on that CMS website page are all certificates that you can earn. My favorites are the fraud and abuse when they have HIPAA up. Now they have a whole bunch of risk adjustment ones that are there that are really cool. I am streaming on YouTube. I hope YouTubers can see me. But yes, I'm on YouTube. I just haven't figured out how to get my camera to stream both on TikTok and on YouTube. Let's see. Transitioning the broadcast failed. YouTube API error. Uh-oh. Let's see. Uh-oh. So YouTube is not working. I don't think. I'm going to record this, then the live in OBS and post it onto YouTube afterwards, I guess is what I'm going to have to do. Recording stream on YouTube to post. A CPT code actually has a parentheses, the two little semicircle things in it. I highlight those in yellow. If it doesn't have one, then I leave it alone. If a particular code is highlighted in pink, then that is an important code that I think could be personally important for any medical coding certification exam. Call it intuition, or a little birdie may have told me something, or anything that I may remember that could be important. I like to highlight those codes so that you guys know which ones are important. When you utilize those, I give those different color schemes. Like in the nervous system that I just finished today and posted on my website, ventricular stuff or supra stuff, I highlighted with a blue highlight. Anything that is infra, it's IN with an F, like in Frank, or subsequent procedures, I highlighted in orange. When it is initial or intra, INT is in Tom, procedure, I did it in green. Because there's a lot of infras, intras, but they're the same procedures, they're just under different headers, like aspirations versus drill holes. Well, then there's the differences between ventricular, intra, and there's the differences between ventricular, intra, infra, or other things. So I try to put a key and remember to do one somewhere in that chapter so that you guys know what my little color scheme is for each chapter, but it does change per chapter. Ooh, I don't know what the little bells are for yet. I'll eventually figure that out. Hopefully it was a follow. Hopefully, Kat, that helps. Are we supposed to be seeing your book over the copyright information? Yeah, you sure are. Yep, that's perfect. Not all of that is copyright information. It's just notes to you guys that, you know, I'm only human. The very first sentence just says that I've tried to do my best, and if I'm not 100% complete on my data or if I make mistakes, then I'm sorry. Also, of course, y'all know that CPT is copyrighted. I pay for a license for them to be able to share your information, which through CPT, which is cool. But that's all. I'm just sharing that kind of information with you guys. I also have our first test question that y'all can be working on. Let's see, are we, yep, and thank you guys for sharing the TikTok live. I appreciate y'all inviting more friends and stuff. Hello, T, how's it going? Hello, Prince. Hello, Clark. Yes, you can ask questions, T. Let me know what you want to know about. Hello, Heather. Right now I was on page 452 of the CPT book, but I was just trying to answer a question. Ooh, did somebody pass? Island Girl, she passed. Yay! Congratulations. We have had quite a few people pass in April. That's awesome. It's always one of the biggest months, which is great because it is my birthday month, but congratulations. Love it, love it. I know you've been here watching me for a while. Hey, Amy, glad you made it over. How hard is medical billing and coding? If you like puzzles, and then you'll love medical coding because it's just matching up puzzles, pieces, and putting them together, which I like. I like auditing more than I do billing, of course. But although I've never done billing, I shouldn't be saying that I like it better, but I've never done billing. It just looks like it would be awful because there's a lot of changes based off each health plan and each group inside the health plan. I didn't want that many puzzle pieces, but I like to do HEDIS measures, which is the category 2 codes in the back of the CPT book. I like to match those up with patients' charts and make sure patients are getting those tests done. And in turn, if they do get all those tests done, then the medical groups end up with a little bit of money at the end of the year so that they could give recognition to their medical assistants or add different services to their medical group to add benefits to their members, like exercise classes or cooking classes for their diabetics, things like that. So I enjoy what I do. You don't have to just do medical coding and medical building with this certificate. You don't even have to go to class for it. You don't have to get a degree for it. All you need to do is pass one little exam. It's not so little, but you can either, I recommend only doing it through a HEMA or AAPC. I don't recommend the NHA certificates. No one will hire you off those. But the AAPC and HEMA are most popular. I think AAPC is more popular just because they've done better marketing, I believe, than HEMA. But HEMA is really good for hospital workers and stuff like that. But love them both. Both are just fine, whichever certificates you want to get from either company. I think CCA through a HEMA, it would probably be better to just do their CCS out of all their certificates, but any certificates from AAPC are worth it. And you don't, like I said, need any classes, courses, prerequisites. Nothing's required of you. All you got to do is pass one exam, just like our Island girl did, and then she's ready to be hired. So that's awesome. I teach from the exam point of view. I don't teach from medical coding and billing point of view. I teach you how to pass those certificate exams. Like tonight, I have a lot of questions from COC, CRC, CCS, CPC. You know, I just like to get a general overview of a lot of different questions for all the certificates and teach you how to tackle those questions and be able to pass your exams. Thank you for the roses, Jen. You are awesome. Thank you, Nellie, for the follow. Hey, Megan. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, April. Hey, Jana. Sorry about the YouTube not working for some reason. I think OBS and TikTok Studio will not work together. So I've got to get my TikTok hour in tonight on this studio or I'm going to lose it. So I am recording this video through OBS and we'll post it onto YouTube for you guys. Thank you guys for continuing to share and tap the screen like user54 said. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys on YouTube for saying that. All right. Hello, Tammy. How's it going? Thank you, thank you. Tamara Lawrence. Hey, Megan. Thank you, thank you. Tamara Lawrence. Hey, Megan. Thank you for the lightning bolts. I just finished Harry Potter today, the last Deathly Hallows book. I love listening to the audiobooks. And I also listened to a TikToker here on TikTok today that was streaming The Shining. So cool. She was doing the bumblebee attacks on the family. It was very scary. Hey, Amy. Good job answering the question, guys. Just kidding, but it's me. It's not been Sunday stroll in the park. Yeah. My school pays for NHA. Oh, Miss Jones, that's going to be a little rough. But with your education that you get through NHA, you can go on and take your CPC too, just a certificate, just by the exam. And if you pass your CB, whatever their certificate is that they have, I would really recommend you pair it up with a CPC, and it's a $499 investment plus the subscription membership. But if you can somehow save like $700 between now and the end of your course, you'll gain enough knowledge through your NHA course to be able to sit for your certification exam with AAPC. And if you have both certificates and your course, I think you'll be able to be in a better position for hiring. Not that anybody that has passed an NHA has never found a job. You just may have to go into like hospital registration first or go into billing first before you do coding. But I don't see a lot of jobs being offered for that certificate, but that's just from my one point of view. Just my point of view. I could be totally wrong. Hey, Go-Kart. Hey, Twinkle. You like this, Twinkle? I can't get OBS and YouTube to work at the same time, though, unfortunately. So I'm like, and I've only have 7 days to do this. And, you know, I'm going out of town on Friday and won't be back till Monday afternoon. So if I don't hit my TikTok time, then I'm going to lose access to the studio. So I've got to at least do my live tonight. I'll do another live tomorrow night here on TikTok. And I'll figure out how to I'll get my son involved to get YouTube and TikTok to stream at the same time. So I'll have him figure that out. But for now, I'm sorry about but I am recording this live on OBS, which I can then post onto YouTube. All right. Thanks, Rose, for your input. I was worried about the landscape view on TikTok, whether y'all could see it good or not, but I'm hoping it's good. Hello, Closet Bunnies. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Yeah, let me move this question since you guys have answered this one, of course. Let's do another one while I'm answering questions. Tears rolling down. It's been a long time. I know. Twinkle and I have worked a year or more on this, trying to get this studio thing to work. Yeah, it's crazy. Thank you for the TikTok tea. Jen, you're awesome. Hello, Heather. Hey, Megan, thank you for the heart. Anointed won a cup from me too. So I believe everybody that is a TikTok subscriber is put on the list of winning a cup. So you guys, I think there's like 19 of you or so. Be sure and email Twinkle your mailing address. So she's gathering a list of those email address, or yeah, not email, but like regular mailing shipping addresses. But y'all got to email Twinkle that info, because she's gathering it for me. So when I come back from my little trip on Monday, Tuesday, I can get those cups shipped out to you guys. They're cups I paid for that somebody made for me on Etsy. She misspelled some things, but it's okay. We will make it work. I'm going to take the word peppermint, use that E, and fix the word sentence, and then I'm just going to put a sticker on it for peppermint, and then I've got our logo that I can put on it. A big one or a small one. I think I like the small one better than I do the big one, but I got some stickers made that I can put on here. And if you guys want, it comes with a cup and a straw and stuff. Some stickers are going to be different and stuff, but you know, in the general, this is what it's going to look like, and I can ship these out to you guys. I had another person make me all the words And then I can just put this on here and then it'll transfer or something too eventually. I was just seeing how this was going to work. But pretty cool. It's got our MDM for 2023. Our MDM is made up of 3 elements right now. We don't have components anymore. We have elements, which is our diagnoses, the amount of data that the doctor reviews or orders, then the amount of risk the patient and the doctor have based off the day's visits. On MDM, we don't look for similarities at all. We don't do the process of elimination. We just look for the differences, which is our headers. Then we read our last sentence. Then we check and see, where did our patient end up? Where is our status? What happened to our patient? That's how we code all the E&M questions. All the other questions, we don't read at all. We go to the answers first. We look for coding irregularities, which is mostly modifier irregularities. We look for similarities. Out of those similarities, we check out the code differences. And then we just check our question for those differences, and that's it. But anyway, I don't know if they'll let you bring this during the exam. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's cool. And it's just something from me to you for my birthday month for April. I ordered 50 of them for almost $700. So I just want to be sure and get them out the door and shipped to you guys. So I don't want them to go to waste. So I've got all the boxes and tissue paper, a new printer that is super cool. It doesn't use any ink. It just uses thermal paper, and that's the printer. That's the whole printer. So that's pretty cool. Doesn't use any ink at all, and it just prints out shipping labels, or even 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper too. So that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. So I'm ready whenever she grabs enough mailing addresses for you guys, but I just have to fix the misspelling on some of them and then get those out. Let me make sure. Oh, I don't need to plug up anything. I was like trying to make sure that I had my phone charging and it didn't die on us, but now I realized this is going through my computer and I don't have to do that anymore. It's so funny. Sorry. All right. Let's see. Any other questions? Looks neat. Awesome, awesome. Anointed. Latrice, she's retaking her exam on Saturday. Ooh, I got some codes for you. I just set them today on YouTube. So, because, of course, I just finished the nervous system. So, remember these codes and go look up all the information you can about all the codes and guidelines or any codes around these codes that I'm going to give you. So, pen and piece of paper. Everybody that's taking their exam this weekend, be sure you know all the info you can about codes 61154, 61760, 68150, everything on that page that has that code on it. And then everything on the page with 64999. All the codes, everything that's on that page. Know it all. And then, of course, I've got some cool questions here that we're going to go over that I think are majorly important on the exam, like what does the acronym HIPAA stand for? Or the acronym HIPPIC stand for? Like, do you know each individual? What does H stand for? What does the C stand for? Like, not the meaning, but the actual real word. Be sure and know stuff like that. Super important. Hello, Freestyle. Love your TikTok name. Will live tomorrow be around the same time? Yes. Yes, congratulations on passing your exam. I'm just catching up on chat. Yes, I will be live again tomorrow because I need to go live at least twice, and I haven't yet on Studio. So, yep, I will be live again tomorrow. You want yours with the misspelling words? Amy, I'm an auditor. I don't know if I could let it go out the door like that. Oh my God. Sentence. She spelled it like I say it, but I wrote it out for her and sent her a picture, but, you know, it's funny. Yeah, the cups are a nice reminder during this exam. How can I get in touch with you? So I can send you my address, Twinkle. Twinkle's got an email address, or if you're on our Discord group, you can message her there, of course. We have a list posted in our main chat room in Discord with her email address posted there. Are there any changes to the 2023 exam that you need to know about? Yep. You need to know about the new digestive codes in the digestion system. Of course, I believe those codes have shown up on the exam already since January 1st. We have a new set of codes for 2023. All these codes right here, if you're in the 2023 CPT book on page 389, all those new codes, you need all of these. And I believe the answer might be the less than 3, either under 92, or the 614 less than 3. Not sure. I don't know what the question is, but those two would be my picks. In fact, where's that pink highlighter? Be sure you know those codes for sure. Thank you, Anointed. Birthday was 5 days ago. That's awesome. The cups are free if you won. I did a contest for everybody that is a subscriber to my TikTok, and then everybody that's a subscriber to the YouTube channel, and then anybody that emailed me in the month of April asking for the cup. Were put in a raffle. We did a spinny wheel, and we drew out, I don't know, too many, because there was more winners than there are cups, but a lot of people aren't sending their mailing addresses, so I'm hoping it evens out all right. But we have the list of winners posted in our Discord group. Thank you, Anointed, for the 20 fires. You're awesome. Did we get the name of this question? Y'all got scapula? Everybody got scapula? How about this one? I bet this one trips up some people. How about a diagnosis of a goiter? What system are we in? Good luck to all the exam takers, Diana says. She said she obtained her certificate in 2002, and it was so worth it. That's awesome. I didn't get certified until 2019. I didn't even think about it till even then, even though I've been in the medicine field for over 20 years and have been working in HEDIS codes forever. I just get asked all the time at medical conventions where I was winning awards for But everybody that's there at the convention was like CPCs, and I wasn't one because I was clinical, but I was still working as an administrative position, which most of those people are all CPCs, or they have bachelor's degree in health records or something. And I just got asked every time I went somewhere, are you a CPC? And I'm like, no. And then I have to explain what I was. And then during COVID, when all my audits got canceled, I had spare time. So I figured I'd just get certified just so I could just say yes and end that conversation right away. I'm not much on social gatherings, but that's okay. A lot has changed since 2002. I know I doubled my income, even though I wasn't a CPC, when we changed from ICD10 to ICD10 because nobody wanted to learn it, and a lot of people were just not going to learn it and decided to drop out of coding then. We're fixing to change from ICD10 to ICD11, which a lot of people are going to get out of the field because of that too. It happens every single time. We're the last country on the planet who has not changed over to ICD-11. ICD-10 is already a decade old and has very little laterality and super outdated. Even the World Health Organization, all the other countries are all using ICD-11, so we need to get started on that too. Space. So this is a section of my book that I threw in for free on the new nervous system notes that I put out today. That's cool. Like our 3 agencies, CMS, OIG, AOA, now, and then HHS. They all help combat fraud and abuse. What about our FCA, which is our Federal False Claim Act? Stuff like that, which is also called our Lincoln Law for war profiting. When we go to war, medical devices go sky high, They enact some laws, and how much the fine is. It's $11,803. They got to be all specific on that. You can't remember all this stuff. So why not write it in your books? Since your book is an open book exam, you are able to write whatever you want as long as you're not writing over the print of the book and you're just writing on the available white space. Heck yeah, don't remember none of that. Go write it in. Yep. When did HIPAA go into effect? 1996. Who enforces what? OCR. All that kind of stuff. That's what I use these pages for. Hopefully that's helpful, Sean. Get to writing. Then you don't have to remember it. Where do you work for doing audits? I work for a medical group, kind of like Kaiser Permanente, one of those big major groups out of California. All you do is you take care of their population that is assigned to them. I specialize in their commercial plans, not the Medicare. I do the commercial HMO side, and I'm the only one in my group that takes care of the commercial plans. They have quite a few that take care of the Medicare group, but I like to go up in competition against Kaiser Permanente and some of the big groups that have like teams of auditors that work for them, and see if I can't beat their scores, which I do every year. So it makes me very proud because I'm just one little person who can beat the diabetes scores for my population. And, I have like 68,000 people under my belt for our population or more. Grows every year. So, Kaiser, I know they have more, but For who all I take care of as one person, that's pretty good. And I still beat them out when we go to conferences, so it's kind of cool. Hello, Kay. Miss Unique Kay. Do you need to take the exam yearly or once? Once and done, but you still have to pay your subscription to that membership every year. And you need to have continuing education every year, which is super easy to do, but you take 12 magazine tests each year, which are unlimited repeats of 20 questions, and you attend a couple of webinars, and that keeps your certification up. A lot of businesses will pay for your certification renewals. Can we still use the 2022 books? Yes, and I have 2 documents in my shop at medicalcodingbyjen.com that will change your 2022 book into a 2023 book. Highly recommend that for your E&M section because it all changed. The times changed on a lot of your E&M codes, and they deleted 10 pages of codes, and they redid the ones that were left behind. So if you get that document, it's like $20. I show you page by page of what to do to your 2022 book to make it and turn it into a 2023. You also need to fix your hernia section and your digestive section, which is included in that document. The whole entire book, whatever you need to change, is all in there. But at least change those 2 sections for sure. I even have it for the ICD10 book if you want it, but I don't think it's as needed as the CPT. You definitely need to have that to update the E&M and the digestive system. Thank you, Tay Tay, for the roses. Love it. Thank you for the lollipop. We need a redo. Uh-oh. Let's see about this question. Yes, endocrine. Good job, guys. And let's check out this one for our diabetes. While I'm checking up with chat. All the best to everyone who's taking the exam. Yes, thank you for the taps. Thank you for the shares. Y'all are awesome. A lot has changed since 2002. A lot. Where do you study ICD-11? In my Discord group. I don't know if I could show it off. Oh, I can because I got the camera on. So in my Discord group, and I have a room. It's all free for you guys. Oop, they're telling me what's new. They just updated it. Right here, I've got the very last room. It says ICD-11 versus ICD-10. Any documents and data that I have on the differences, like I've already posted in what your differences are going to be between gastritis. The old code was, is that K? Yeah, K52.9. Now it's going to be 1A 40.0. So anytime I find the new information out, I post it in here for you guys so you can save it, squirrel it. Do not tell your coworkers that you're looking at this so that when ICD-11 starts coming out in your work and everybody's panicked and everybody's grumbling about ICD-11 and what the new codes are, and you can volunteer for any ICD-11 projects at your job, and then also start applying for jobs with your competition groups around you. And like I said, I doubled my income doing that when I knew ICD-10 was about to come out. So also AAPC has a knowledge center that is free. You don't need a membership to join it. You can go there and see any articles that they've published too. I think I'm going to retire this year. I don't think I will be doing ICD-11. I know, don't blame me. A lot of people will. I saw TikTok did go out for just a second, but hopefully it came back. Thank you guys for topping the screen. Thank you, T, for the rose. Freaking hate Kaiser. Their nightmare on billing. They got it down pat, though. You come into that office to see the eye doctor, he's going to order your colonoscopy. I wish I could get my doctors to do stuff like that. It's always like departmentalized. I'm trying to say a word I can't pronounce, but at Kaiser, literally, you see your eye doctor, they'll order your mammogram and colonoscopy, and I think that's great. I wish more doctors would take care of the patient as a whole and not just see them. Yeah, I know I'm an eye specialist, but they have the authority through their group to go on and release those kind of referrals or whatever for routine maintenance on all their patients, which is great. Just talked about that in my last live on YouTube, and some really good companies, of course, once you get your CPC, is AAPC, AHEMA. They both hire for their certificates. They need coders at their location. All the EHR companies, Allscripts, MDX data warehouses that we send our data to, that also forward it on to CMS. CMS needs coders. All the remote government jobs, government VA services, mental health, online services like Amazon has a new pharmacy line and medical doctors' offices that are all remote online doctors. They need medical coders. There's an unlimited RadNet. All the radiology companies, online and in person, need coders. Ambulances, helicopter companies, surgery centers, dermatologists, the Oz, those fancy people, the pimple popper, all those people need coders. Home health agencies are a great place too to start because they're on the lower income for people as far as starting out in a medical career. Like if you're a brand new nurse and they won't hire you at the hospital in the ER, you could get on at a home health agency and get your clinical experience. Same thing with a coder. If home health agencies can hire you and they'll let you remote or one day or two in the office and do coding and billing and help them send their OASISs out, which are just electronic transfers of their records to CMS, but they call them the OASIS. I do contract work helping home health agencies pass their annual audits when they fail and they need somebody to come in that's clinical and coder, because I can get their nurses back into shape because they get inspected, their cars, when they go out to the patient's home, how the nurse is clinically doing things. Sometimes they feel that way too, not just coding wise, but I do contract work on the side for that kind of stuff too. But there's an unlimited possibility of where you can work once you get this certification. Unlimited. Just a lot of places that you can get a job. You just got to think outside the box. Don't be afraid. Change your resume up to fit the specs that they're looking for in their job offering, and you need to fill out like 50 applications a week. Get you just a brand new email address that is, Southern Fried Fat CPA, I don't know. Be sure and save your resume, not as resume number 1 or 2 or final. When you're uploading your resume onto these online sites, make sure it says Heather Hamilton resume. That's all. Don't name it resume 1, resume 2, resume final. that can sometimes get you excluded. Simple things like that. Be sure it has your name as that way they can match the resume also once they download it with who the applicant is. Make it easy for them. There's a lot of little things like that y'all can do. Guidehouse is hiring stateside. Awesome. There's an Alaska place. I don't think they're based in Alaska. Here's the diabetes question. But the name of the company is Alaska something. They hire schedulers and coders and all of it remotely. It's pretty cool. To laugh at my name. I love your name. I think it's great, but you know, make sure your email address that you're replying to these companies is not Southern Fried Fat Diva. You know, people, employ in HR departments, they're going to want to see your first and last name in your email address on the saved resume. You gotta tone it down for the stiffs, as my kids would say. Thank you, Shauna. I am not smart. I was just born in 1971 and I was raised by myself. I have learned from a young age that how to navigate the world, and by trial and error. I have done all these errors and more. It's a lot. I've just seen a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just danced because I saw that paper where they reclassified it. It's a fascinating read. That's awesome. You can set alerts for jobs and locations and come on Indeed now. Awesome. All right, what about this one about Sequela? It's a guideline question. I'm working on, my next workshop is going to be May 14th. We're going to do 75 questions on guidelines, compliance, and E&M. So some of these questions came from me working on that workshop. That is so cool. Thank you for the hippity hoppity. All the little presents. Oh my gosh. You're awesome. Okay, guideline. What do y'all guys think about this one? Which one's true? So we're looking for a correct answer on this one. Can y'all see? I guess y'all could see, probably. Me drawing on this, I wonder. Late effect. I don't know. Yeah, it did show up. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Hi, April. That's right. That's the April one. I love my birthday month. I always have. Even though the Titanic sank the day after my birthday, but the day it hit the iceberg was my birthday. It's Mother's Day. Of course it is. I did my last one on Easter Sunday, the one in April. I have a knack for picking the holiday days. I did 4 hours on Easter Sunday on the last workshop. Crazy. I keep forgetting to post that back up so that somebody can purchase the replay if they wanted to, because it'll be 90 days before it goes out on YouTube. Let's see how you guys did. B is correct. Good job. Just a few days older than I am. It is a beautiful month. Wow, thank you, Anointed. Awesome. we got an ICD-10 one here. So how I would attack this question? Well, first thing I see, guys, is that our second and third and fourth codes are all the same. So they don't really matter, right? On the 2 on the end, we've got 2 of them that are the 80s and 2 of them that are the 18s. In the front here, we've got a difference of a 5, a 4, and a 3. And I see that D is like an outlier. So I would get rid of that one because it doesn't start out with the same code as A, B, and C. And then because F back here are 8, 18, I don't know. Because that F8, 18 back here makes that more of an irregularity than having these two are the same, I would not worry about C either. My first inclination here is to go look up the differences between the 8.4.5 and the 0.4. See what those two differences are. See if I can find that difference in the question. And if I do, great, pick an answer and move on. But that's how I would do this question. Let's go see what our M84 is. All before I even look at the question. The key to passing these certification exams, whether through AHEMA or AAPC, is just don't read the questions. All right, 845 is a pathological fracture in a neoplastic disease. Our 0.4, 4. Is a disorder of the community of bone. What about the 0.4? What about the 0.4? We've got pathological fracture not elsewhere classified. Are we going to be not elsewhere classified, or are we going to be a neoplastic disease? Probably not the NOS, just because we usually like to stay specific. But the 8.4 is NOS. And I found that if you're in the 2023 ICD-10 book, I used the one from AAPC, and I'm on page 856. Down at the bottom, I'm looking at M84.4, pathological fracture not elsewhere classified. It's an NOS one. Oh, down there. And then the 5 is right here on the next page, 857. And I'm only going down 4 digits. I'm not going to go down to the individual digits because they have the same 51A on them. But my difference is just what's in the green font, which is a pathological fracture in the neoplastic disease. So what kind of disease have we got going on here? So let's check out our question. I bet it's going to be answer A. If you are in a hurry or a betting person or brave like me, I would pick A and move on to my next question. But if you want to check, we do have a pathological fracture secondary to cancer. Cancer's pretty specific. That's not an NOS kind of thing. Hey, Chloe. Hey, Chloe. Yep. The process of elimination. A lot of people poo-poo it. but I just think of it as one tool in our toolbox that we can use to help us. Not all questions will be able to use the process of elimination, but some of them you can. And when you can do it, and it does help you get down to a 50-50 shot, it's wonderful. I think it's great. I like it. Are we on a different question? I don't know. I hope we're all on the same one. Thank you for the roses. You are awesome. Thank you, Anointed. I hope y'all are seeing the sunny nursing home. Question. A is our answer. Here's another ICD-10 one. Again, if I was just looking at this just as numerical answers and knowing what I know about what is in general usually always the answer, what would you think the answer would be just by looking at A, B, C, and D here? What do you think the answer is? I do have videos. Probably where they would be is the paid YouTube membership. I have a $5 a month club on YouTube. You get access to my book prep videos where you get to watch me go book to book, code to code, and book prep them. And for like the pain area with all the guidelines, I do move my guidelines here with the codes, like for chronic pain, has no time frame, and if its pain is not being treated during the visit, do not code. The underlying condition being treated, blah, blah, blah. I move all my codes, and then I also put tons of examples. And if you have the membership videos, you've got access to all my ICD-10 and CPT book prep videos that I've done. I also sell these notes on my website. If you want the ICD-10 notes, you can buy those too, where you just can copy them page by page if you want. But yes, I do have some, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure I went over it just like I did just now, where I show you a little bit of what I do. Just any answers like that previous question that we had right before this one, I would go to this M84 551 and I would write down a pathological fracture of this right here, and I would put down that it also went with this code, that one, and that one, and I would put them all together near this M1. Then I'd also go to the C79 and I'd put the same example beside it. I'd go next to the C80, put that example next to it too. Go to the G, put this example next to it. Then I'd go to the F code and put this example there too. Writing it multiple times is helpful. You'll learn guidelines better that way too. The more times you write it, you can go to each code and just write see example on page wherever the page is for the M84 also, and then just write it once. Those kind of things I do go over in some of my lives, but it'll be random, hit and miss. I don't know where to tell you that is, but it's definitely going to be in those book prep videos that you get with the subscription for sure. lost sound. Yes, if any of y'all have been with me for a while, just looking at this, you could know that B is going to be your answer because it's coded out to the 6th digit. It's coded out farther than any of the other ones, but it's also one of your similars. You would get rid of this one. You would keep A, B, and C because they're so similar. And just knowing habits, usually if it's a difference between we've got 5 numbers out or 6 numbers out on a diagnosis code, you can figure out that sometimes the answer is just that. Just the one that is the 5th digit out. 6th digit out, I mean. That's exactly what's going on with this one. Patient with 90% occluded plaque. I would go to my I-25, 810 when I figure out that that is the correct answer. And for every practice question y'all have seen, especially if y'all are doing courses through NHA or AHEMA or AAPC, every single time you find a question and you find the answer, go to the code and write the example out. That way, if you see this question again or one similar to it during your exam, TicTok. I don't know what the little bell's for, but that's so cool. Thank you for follow. Lux, you want to go to the code and you want to say that this is for a cabbage patient, CABG, 10 years ago. Today, now, has 90% occluded. Use the terms that they have in their practice question. Occluded plaque. And circle the answer. There you go. Now you've got another example. Every single little question, every little single question that I go over that are in all my lives, if you're not headed towards those codes, trying to get to those codes as fast as I get to the codes, a lot of the practice is just getting to codes, finding them, learning how to use the book. A lot of codes are out of sequence. They're not where they're supposed to be. Stuff like that is half the battle for the exam anyway. Then also having little notes, because it is open book exam. You don't need to memorize anything. You get to keep your books and take them with you. If you're taking your exam in the United States, either online or in person, you get to write in your books. If you're taking it in Dubai or Indonesia, Australia, you have to go to a testing facility to sit for the AAPC exam, and that facility is no longer allowed to let you bring your own books, apparently. They had a lot of cheating going on. I don't know how you don't, and how they consider, I don't know how that came about, because you can write whatever you want in the books. So I don't know why, but y'all have to use plain books if you're out of the country. But no one's going to say a thing about any of your books and what you have written in them. I would never, ever, ever give you advice that would make you get turned away. I mean, I make notes in mine, full pages of notes. So y'all are welcome to write whatever you want. They're not going to turn you away for nothing that I've told you to do in the exam at all. For sure. All right, let's get down here to our answer for this one. Perfect. Ooh, we've got another one. This is cool because we've got two that start out with the F's, and then they have two that start out with the R's. So what I do with these questions is I just go to any code that has the F in it, and I read my sidebar, mental, behavioral, or neurodevelopmental disorders. Now I'll go to my R's and just read any code in the R's. It says symptoms, signs, and abnormal clinical laboratory findings. So with just those two things in mind, I'm going to skim my question and look to see what am I diagnosing the patient with today. I'm not going to care about their history, so probably the beginning of the question is going to have a lot of history in it. I don't care about it. I just need to know, what did I see and treat for today? Is it a behavioral issue or signs and symptoms? So let's go to our question, and we're just going to skim it. We're not reading it. What are they being seen for today? Southern, I haven't been into the HitPix book yet much. I've been doing practice questions in it. I haven't seen any new codes, but also have not done my notes for 2023 yet. I have the notes for the entire book for 2022 done and on my website, but I haven't audited that one yet. I'm not done with the CPT yet. Patient being seen and treated today for dehydration and anorexia, right? I don't have any alerts on my TikTok that says it's not going through. It looks like it's going through okay. Can anybody else not see the question? I can hide the camera so that we only see the question. Maybe that's easier. Screen is frozen. Can't see the question. Hey, John. Hey, Grampy. Hey, Go-Kart. Good to see you. Let's see. Everything looks good on my TikTok end. Thank you, Heather, for the microphones. Can you see the question? Hello. Sticky notes in the book is considered cheating because, yes, you are making new writable services, and they don't allow you to do that. Hey, Adriana. Some problem with your live. Okay. Let me end it. Let's see. End live. Let's see. Hey, Josh. Screen is on previous question. Let's see if it updates now. I just tried to end the live and then I stopped to see if it would go back. Hey, Twinkle. Yep, we're just going to treat her for her dehydration. Hello, Chloe. And anorexia. So we'll get rid of her mental health ones. We'll keep B and D. How many diagnoses do we have for today? I like to just count. Do we have 2 or do we have 3? You can see it now? Okay. Good. So for today, we only have 2 diagnoses. Don't get lost in this mental health condition, but they didn't even evaluate it today. So just the 2. So we know our answer is going to be B. Great. I'm going to do one more question here, then we're going to take a break, and I'm going to end the live on TikTok, and I'm going to go to YouTube to finish up the last part of these questions. Some of them are pertinent for Saturday's questions too, so it's important, especially this question right here. So, are we doing symptoms? Or did an injury happen to our patient? And it looks like 3 of our questions or answers have the injury code in it. And then, of course, all of them have the symptom code in it. But knowing whether it's first or second is important. It's usually tied to a guideline. If you took some medicine or did something to yourself, it's coded one way, and then if a doctor does it to you, it's coded another way. It depends on whether the T goes first or the R goes first, depending on who did it to who. So let's check out our question. Looks like we have a prescription that was prescribed